sweat. Busting out the base out the box. I just hit the league with a box. Hit it with a stick in a box. Put up the whole damn scene. I'ma get lazy. I got a mojo, this we dropping like 80s. Ha ha ha, I've been moving them out. If still a women, then I got a blues in the pouch. Took her to the forest with a wood in the mouth. Bitch don't wear no shoes in my house. The private I'm flying in, and everyone I'm flying in. I take my chances in traffic. She second on dick, no hands with it. I just made her ready playing like the landing strip. I'm a 2020 president candidate. I done put 100 Benzes in my man shit. I've been moving real good, so the worship you get great. Shawty call me Crisco, cause I popped my shit. Got out of mud. There's nothing you can tell me. Yeah, when I had the drugs, I was really happy. Pulled out the coupe out of lot. Tell them for 12 bucks what? Busting out the base out the box. I just hit the league with a box. Hit up with a stick in a box. Put up the whole damn scene. I'ma get lazy. I got a mojo, this we dropping like 80s. Put out the coupe out of lot. Tell them for 12 bucks what? Busting out the base out the box. I just hit the league with a box. Hit up with a stick in a box. Put up the whole damn scene. I'ma get lazy. I got a mojo, this we dropping like 80s.
Hello and welcome everybody on this beautiful Thursday evening to the pre-game interview between Millennium and Team Ferocity. Jan, how are you doing today? Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Alex Roidzz Rymill, and this my co-host,
Whoa, words.
co-caster is Jan SpartanX van the Westhuizen. Jan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. You know, we had some spicy games this week. Yesterday we had some time off, but I'm back. I'm ready to get back into the swing of things and watch some good League of Legends.
Yeah, I mean, you know my standing right now. This is obviously my favorite team of the group playing, Millennium in Group 2. So I'm really excited to see this game.
Mm.
And yeah, I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, no, I feel good. Era Millennium, they, like we said previously, they were fourth in Prem, so I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting very clean gameplay from them. So, and Team Ferocity, they've had a tough schedule so far, leading up to this. They've played the likes of ATK and stuff like that. So, hopefully here they can, get some resemblance back, rebuild and get some confidence back in them after going down 0-3 and in the start of the tournament.
Yeah, I think they've definitely had a really tough lineup so far. Era, on the other hand, I don't think have had a particularly tough lineup. I do
Mm.
know Era only meets sort of the stronger teams in the group right at the end of. Well, I mean, the dates haven't even mentioned yet for when they play ATK yet. So
Yeah.
I think they're only going to meet ATK around about the 6th of September, somewhere around there. It's much further down the line, but they have had quite an easy run so far.
Yeah. Well, especially for them, a team that we expect to come second in this group, and it's something that we talked about previously. So yeah, and to talk more about that and more about Era Millennium, we have Era Nick here, the man, the myth, the legend, the jungler for Era. How are you doing, Nick?
Oh, I'm doing well, and you guys?
Very well, very good. Well, are you excited for tonight?
Always excited to play a good team in VS Gaming, especially in the finals with a lot of on the line. Always spice it
Definitely,
a bit up.
100%.
Very upset we couldn't see you today. I heard you got a suit
Yeah.
ready and
I
everything.
actually have a suit on. Yeah, if you guys want to see it, please hit me up on WhatsApp. I'm more than willing to share it. I thought let me do at least properly, but yeah, whatever.
100%. So coming into this, we with the pre-show basically, we mentioned that you guys got fourth in Prem. That's the highest you guys have placed. I have spoken to Tigger. I think we spoke to last time. Yes. No. Who
Yeah,
did we to? Yeah.
that was time.
Yeah. And so coming into this, do you guys? What is your expectation for your group? Do you expect to come like second? You obviously want to get that top four spot, but is that just clear cut what you expect, or do you think you can even topple 80k, maybe come first?
Yeah. So obviously we want to end first, and if you don't have the ambition from the offset to end first, then you're already fighting a losing battle. So obviously we want to end first, but top 2 is what we expect from ourselves, and we won't really accept anything less.
No, definitely.
And obviously, we've already said that you guys have had a relatively easy run so far. Have any of the teams that you faced posed a real challenge to you guys so far? Are you feeling very confident with this group so far? With the teams that you have faced?
So all of the teams we faced are pretty good. The first team we faced actually surprised us.
Order of the Shadows.
Yeah,
Synergy, yeah.
yeah. That was actually, yeah, they actually played very well. Especially the bot lane managed waves well, mid lane managed waves well. So we actually caught a bit unprepared for how well they would play. And I think we almost lost the first game versus them, but yeah, we were able to pull it back. But yeah, that was like a quick wake up call, just to say, okay, everyone in this competition deserves to be here. Anyone can
100%.
beat anyone. So if you don't take every game seriously, then you're gonna be very sorry at the end of the group stage.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that we mentioned. Like, this is the top 18 teams in the country right now. So you can't take these teams and say, okay, cool, this game's free. We don't have to prepare for it. We don't have to take it serious. Because you do that and you can slip up, and you don't want to slip up in these games, because all of a sudden where you get a nice little second seed, now you drop to a third and a fourth because you didn't respect the team, unlike the other teams that are respecting and making sure they prep properly for the team. So, going into today's game, did you guys prepare properly? Did you make sure you mentally you're ready? Because these games can be very strenuous, especially if it's long games. We saw with the DSG game, Fino mentioned afterwards that he was very tired. He had a long day at work, and then it was 2 very long games. So, he could be like a little crazy, and you can have that mental fatigue. Have you guys, planned around that at all?
So luckily we had a nice break yesterday. Well, I think most of us just decided, okay, one day away from this competition, just do some other stuff. Like I went for a couple of beers with some friends and just unwind. So I think taking a step away once or twice from the game is good, especially in this tight time frame of playing a lot of games. It is demanding, but so we obviously don't practice anymore. We just play the
Yeah, you just play officials. So
Yeah,
you didn't
sure.
boot camp, have a week long practice every day, super hard or something like that, preparing for this, or you just using the bracket stage as a warm up for, or as a pseudo boot camp for, let's say, the next stage, which is the knockout stage.
Not at all. We practice very hard in the off season between the final leg of Prem and this finals group stage, knowing that we want to succeed in this group stage to make it as easy as possible going forward. So and because we all most of the people in the team usually Era Millennium is a high ranking Prem division
Yep.
team each year. But none of them has ever made it out of groups.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
Well, this should help you, right? With this type
Yeah.
of, where you have the bracket stage, really helps teams like you, where you don't. Let's say in past, if you draw a team like ATK in your group, round 1, you're not even getting out of your group if there's 4 or 5 or if there's 4 groups of 4 teams a group or whatever. Because now you go, let's say you go second seed, and now you play against GG Black or a Royalty in another group, and now you make your life hell. And it always just felt like people were set up for failure. But this year, obviously it's completely different. Gives you a better chance at least to go far in the tournament.
Yeah, it's gonna sound odd in saying this, but it's actually lucky in drafting ATK in your group, because the only other place you can match them again is in finals or in the final match. So in a way that makes it
Helps.
it helps a bit, and
Mm.
when we started the last leg of Prem, when I came in as jungle and we had a bit of role swap and stuff, our goal was to like end top 4, beat one of the like OG top 4 teams, and we did in GG Black.
Mm-hmm.
And we obviously want that to remain like the seedings, the rankings. We want to be
Yeah.
seen as top
You
4
wanna-
teams.
Yeah, and I mean this is your highest placement, right? I'm pretty sure this is the highest Evo or not Evo, sorry, era has ever ended in a leg. I'm pretty sure, right?
I'm not too entirely sure about it, but it might be possible. Yeah, I've only been in era for like one leg, or era Millennium and one leg of Prem, and now there's finals.
Yeah,
But yeah, last year I was in a team with Red Raven, and I think we also had the 4th seed, but we dropped. We ended 7th overall at
finals.
finals. Yeah, so
Okay.
it was also very like a painful thing. But there we realized like you can't just focus on the top 4 teams and expect to coast through and end top 4. You need to focus on every game and take every game
Definitely.
as if it's you're playing a 80k or royalty, and
Yeah.
give them the needed respect they deserve. Otherwise, you're gonna lose and end 7th.
No, 100%, I agree.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, thank you so very much, Aaron Nick, for coming and chatting to us once again. We apologize to the audience that he didn't have a camera. He was trying, but his connection wouldn't allow him to get the camera done. And we wish you all the best in this game. I know I look really forward to watching you guys play again. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you. Good luck. Good luck
Thanks.
on the rest.
Appreciate it.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. Are we gonna cut to like a sort of a break before we get into game, or what's the plan?
Yeah, there does seem to be a little bit of technical difficulties. We're just gonna get the name
Okay.
changed for the game,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna quickly cut to some music and see if we can sort that out, and we will be right back.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
cut me like a razor blade, yeah. Every time you look my way, I really don't know what to say, no. Whoa. And even though I play your games, yeah, everything remains the same. I really think I need some space, yeah. Whoa. Tried my best to fix the mess inside your chest. Say, hey, yo. Every day there's a new mistake I don't wanna make. Yeah, you know, I wish that I could take you really far away from all of these days. Say, hey, yo. It's hard to tell, but I might as well be honest with myself and say, highs and lows, I cannot keep up with your highs and lows. Highs and lows, I cannot keep up with your highs and lows. I used to make you feel okay, yeah. Every time you felt this way. Now I can find the words to say no. Whoa. I really wanna smile, but wait, it's getting harder every day. I wonder when it fades away. Tried my best to fix the mess inside your chest. Say, oh, every day there's a new mistake I don't wanna make. Yeah, you know, I wish that I could take you really far away from all of these days. Say, oh, it's hard to tell, but I might as well be honest with myself and say, highs and lows, I cannot keep up with your highs and lows. Me like a razor blade as I wipe the steam away. Yeah, I could really use some space today. Highs and lows, I cannot keep up with your highs and lows. Highs and lows, I cannot keep up with your highs and lows. Highs and lows, highs and lows. Yeah, I cannot keep up with your highs and lows. No.
I took a break and I'm still tired. I went away, doesn't feel like it. Holding my breath while I kill time. Almost like questioning real life. Cause after you've done it and done it again, the results only showing the same side. You wonder what's happening, why is it working for others, but I'm only stuck in the struggling. Yeah, where does it start and where does it end? Who is an enemy, who is a friend? What is the purpose I'm working to get? Something that's gone when you're turning your head away. Life's short, how do I know what is right, wrong? Making moves there for all I know. Would change things, got high hopes.
I got lost on the way, I can't go back now. I got lost on the way, I can't go back now.
I'm sitting for hours just getting it down. I'm admitting that I'm overthinking it, wondering if what I'm doing is killing me. Never been able to cut out the middleman. Thoughts I could never repeat, but I know where they're coming from now. Look around, all the change we're making, and look at the lives that we're changing. See, I wouldn't change it for anything. Taking them with me. They gave me a reason to wake up, I needed it. Now that I've got all these people that are listening, when I was dealing with feelings that I couldn't put out to the rest of the world, they stuck by my side through the thick of it. Yeah, you know who you are, there's no need to mention them. I've been my worst fear from the moment I woke up to right here. Conversations that gave me the wrong tears. Yeah, I needed to know I belonged here. When I looked around, everything's so clear. What I'm doing is coming to life. I put in the work and I'm sleeping at night. I see how it goes and we're doing it right.
I got lost on the way, I can't go back now.
myself for some people and what they've been telling me. What am I chasing and what is ahead of me? Haven't been working, it's hard to be told that I cannot do this. Put in everything, every last energy, fighting myself till I've got it on paper. I read it and throw it away and begin it again.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hands, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Oh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And I'm I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, ay. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. Oh my God, I see you walking by.
Want to stand? when the
Switch us
game
over,
starts?
Carl.
My hands, my dear.
Alright. Hello and welcome everybody to the game, the first game between Team Ferocity and Era Millennium. We do see Caitlyn being taken off the board straight away. So
Straight
we
away.
need
Get that thing
Ash
out of here.
Ash ban?
They might leave it for like third, which would probably be not a bad idea.
I
Just
mean,
to not allow that,
Eritziger is the
as-
highest ranked player in the team. So they could potentially just be focusing him
Ooh.
down and trying to get rid of all of his champions.
Israel banned as well. Okay, they do not like Tigger. They like Tigger. No, no, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm interested by the Fiddlesticks ban. I haven't seen much Fiddlesticks in a long time.
Yeah, it might just be like a targeted ban. You see that a lot in these. If a team is a lot higher ranked than the other team, they just say, okay, cool, we don't want you on comfort, so we'll just ban stuff that you're super comfortable with.
Yeah,
And
and
then Akali, yeah.
I'm expecting to see Era just come out and just sort of play like stock standard League of Legends. That's what I'm pretty
Mhm.
used to them playing, and they're pretty good at doing it. A lot of focus on this bot lane, man.
Yeah.
That's 3 bot lane champs gone already.
Challenger Sloth, or just Sloth now, he is very good as well, and they can play very aggressive. So if they get a winning matchup bot lane, that can make it very hard for the side of Team Ferocity.
No.
And then we see a Yumi
4
ban.
bans. 4 bot
No
lane
Yumi.
bans.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just ban the Ashe. I'm expecting maybe just a first pick Ashe. If Volibear and Set are both up, if Team Ferocity plays it, it's nice little flex picks that you can do. But Ashe, obviously being the only ace to 80 carry left, I would expect them just to first pick it here. Oh, okay, the Volibear. Not a bad pick at all. But now Era can answer with Set plus Ashe, and then you have a nice little combo there already.
Or Mordekaiser and Ash, because we see lots of Mordekaiser in,
Yeah, true.
in these games.
And
Cogmo.
Gary Godsweet.
Oh no, please. Oh no.
Cog Lulu.
Oh,
they're gonna
no,
pick
not
Cog
again.
Lulu. No.
Not again, please.
Cog 3. Okay.
I
I do not like Cogmore this early. I do not like
I just
Cogmore.
never understand why we're picking Cogmore so early. It's not like
Yeah.
anybody's gonna take it away from you, you know.
Yeah, this is just there's the Lulu. Yeah, Cog Lulu. I understand if you want to pick that, but like, why picking it this early is kind of like confusing to me. Like you said, Sate and Ash are up. Like you just set yourself up with such a strong comp straight off the bat if you do that.
I mean, look, Era have been known. Oof.
Ooh, okay. Some
That's a-
power picks coming out here for Team Ferocity.
That's a takeaway. You don't want to play
Yeah.
against Cog, Lulu, Galio. You don't want to do
Yeah,
it.
true.
and Era have always been a good team to run the Galio. So
They should pick the AD carry here. Like Ash would be good here. I still think they should just pick it up here.
I mean, they have to pick an AD carry here,
Yeah.
otherwise this pool gets
It's already
so
been
hard.
pinched. Yeah, it's already been pinched. No, Wukong.
Oh, yeah, we're
They
going
can
for
set
Wombo.
themselves up for like a Wukong Senna bot lane that we have seen before being run in South Africa and being run internationally. That can be what they set themselves up for. I'm expecting maybe I don't know if Era just don't play set. I'm pretty sure they do. Let me just check my spreadsheet here. Era
We'll look at the
Millennium.
spreadsheet, boys. Quick spreadsheet.
Quick spread. No, they don't. Okay. It was a good volley takeaway. Let's say Drawani. Okay, they're just going for 2019 comp of the year, and just gonna pick scaling everywhere.
I'm expecting to see an Ash ban.
Yeah,
and then
they
expecting
should
to see
just
another
hard
80
pinch his
carry
bottle.
ban. Just ban all the 80
Ash
carry.
Senna, Ash Senna maybe. Big
Yo,
band,
maybe
yeah.
it's Ash Felios.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't really want to see 200 years of game design sitting behind that many frontliners.
true. They already look very beefy. A Morgana ban, interesting.
I mean, Morgana counters Sejuani in a
I
way.
mean,
and
yeah, kind of, but
Lulu's still pretty good into Morgana if you can dodge it dark.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Maybe they just find it annoying and be like, "Listen, we don't want to deal with this."
I mean, they could be looking to take away the chance of Morgana Ash. Do you know what I mean? But I would still
Yeah.
think potential. I mean, they could ban either. You don't really want Cog. They can pick Varus into Cogmore quite happily as well.
Hmm.
It's not a particularly bad lane either. So
I think Ash is just gonna go through. Yeah, honestly, if they don't ban Ash yet, like Senna's still up. He does play 200 years. He does play Kai'Sa. He does play Lucian. So there are still 80 carries that he plays. Maybe they're just like, you don't play Ash, and we're not gonna ban it. Whatever. But there is the Ash ban. Okay. I would expect. We expected the Ash ban, seeing as she is very, very strong right now. Just like the fact that she can grant vision, slow the whole damn team, and she can engage by herself is just crazy.
yeah, sorry, I'm just being harassed here. Yeah, Oriana ban. So they're definitely looking to like sort of ban out these really good team fighting comps coming through from Ferocity. Like Orna's out, Nautilus is out, Caitlyn
Oriana.
is gone, Oriana's gone.
Mm.
So that's sort of those really strong team fight. I mean, you can't really consider Caitlyn team fighting comp, I guess, but she's sort of
She's
that
just
setup.
strong. She's just strong
She's
overall.
that
Yeah.
setup, man. But I mean,
Probably gonna pick the top lane here. Mordekaiser is still up. Set's still up. Got all the way through Renekton. Yeah.
Ooh, that might be a Rennie mid.
That is
And Rennie mid is incredibly good into Galio.
true. It is because you get a magic shield, not an actual shield.
And I mean, this Galio kind of only really has one.
Frosty does play Renekton. It is his second most played champion according to Soapy.gg. So that might be again then a Zypherr Khan for their bot lane. Not bad. That's a good bot lane.
They could still go Lucian here, and they could just go all. I mean, they can go all in for your early game with your Renekton, Sedge, and I mean, Sedge is sort of early game, and Lucian. And then you could literally punish the Galio. You can punish the Wukong in the top lane if it is a Wukong.
Oh, Mordekaiser.
I caught the Renekton mid though.
Oh, yeah. I did see it is his second most played champion. And Mordekaiser, of course. Gary Godspeed, formerly known as Gary Goodspeed or Gary Godspeed, I'm not sure which one. But very, very comfortable on Mordekaiser. It's something that he also played in one of these tournaments before. He did play it. So I'm very excited to see. Both teams have very good I like both comps actually. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards Era's comp.
I mean, look,
actually,
it's sort of questionable. Look, you don't want. I think Rakan is actually quite a bad pick into Lulu, just because she can turn you into a cockroach. Like
cockroach, yeah.
as you wanna,
just cockroach, yeah.
It's sort of a similar idea to the Malzahar, where you pick Malzahar into Rakan to stop his engage, and Lulu is also very good at just as you want to jump in, cockroach you or cupcake you or whatever you want. She's going to turn you into some sort of hocha, and then you're not going to be able to run. You're not going to be able to engage.
100%. Yeah.
And I think the Renekton into Galio matchup is incredibly good for Renekton, because provided he gets a dash off and pops his W, he's gonna get like 3 stacks just because you're going to taunt him and you're going to force him to auto attack you. He's going to stack up his Conqueror so fast in that lane. And Galio is already really bad into bruises, especially AD bruises.
100%.
So,
Renekton is a well-known counter to Galio, and you can't really ult because he can stop you. He's just annoying, and he's very lane dominant. And with a shorter lane, yes, you can kind of get away from him, or just refuse to fight him a little bit more. But I mean, you're looking at Sage plus Renekton. Those ganks, very strong. By the time you're done being CC'd by the Renekton, you're going to be CC'd by Sage, and your life is just going to be miserable. So I'm expecting them to heavily focus on this mid lane, try and get Frosty ahead. It doesn't matter if your bot lane with Tigger and Sloth go down a bit because they just like outscale everything. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
one thing I'd also like to point out, the fact that Sedge actually has a she has like sort of lane kingdom in this game. I know she's in the jungle, but she can, the setup with the Mordekaiser is perfect, you know, Sedge
Yeah.
plus a melee champion. Then in the mid lane, you've got Sedge plus another melee champion. Not to mention, I can't stop harping about how much I like Era's comp, just because
Yeah.
you have your late game win condition with Cog and Lulu, you have your early game with Renekton, you have your mid game with mid to late with Mordekaiser, and then you have Sedge, who's just an all well-rounded sort of champ. She sort of does fall off a little bit in the late game, but it's a really decent comp in my opinion. And I do understand if I'm looking at Ferocity, they don't have a bad team comp either. I think Volley does beat Sedge out in the jungle. I think the Wukong is a decent pick into Mordekaiser. I think the last game we cast, the Wukong made a few too many mistakes, and that game sort of went